NBA today, the aforementioned Kelsey Mitchell. Congrats on your and congrats on your 34-point performance. What did you have working there in game one for you?
I think it was just about having confidence for one, leaning on my preparation, and then my teammates, our chemistry, everything we've been through this season, kind of put us in position to really be us. And
see, Mitchell just shattered the silence about Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever, and oh boy, buckle up. Everyone swore they already knew this so-called rivalry saga, but surprise, Mitchell's truth bomb flips the whole drama on its head, rewriting everything fans believed about respect, leadership, and the wild future of the WNBA.
You bring in Caitlin, who changed the world, changed the dynamic of basketball, and as a friend and as a player, you grow to appreciate her because, certain doors have opened because she's come to the Fever, and you have to respect that. And I love the teammate and person in her because she's accepted it with so much grace and even welcomed us with open arms to, make this thing happen. So I think it just took a lot of big pieces to make, what it is now.
For a second. The minute any Indiana Fever player grabs a mic, the topic instantly spins to Caitlin Clark. It's like the league's favorite obsession. But this time, the spotlight hit Kelsey Mitchell, the iron spine who dragged this franchise through its darkest, most embarrassing years. Remember those seasons with 5 wins? Yeah, 5. You could literally count them on one hand. Mitchell survived the mockery, smiled through the pain, and fought just to keep the team breathing. She lived every second of that misery. So when she talks about Clark, forget the polished PR fluff. This isn't the "she's amazing, helps a lot" cliche. It's pure, unfiltered truth.
Pretty sure somebody took care of it for her. I love it because as much people don't know this about Caitlin, but she has an unbelievable, funny sense of humor. And so I think the tweet was the tweet, but you just have to know CC to know that it's just nothing but love coming from that kid, and her energy and her effort to just kind of support our team is just her way of doing it.
She finally said out loud what everyone else only whispered. Caitlin Clark didn't just boost the Fever. She detonated a revolution in basketball. Full stop. Kelsey Mitchell, the seasoned vet, stared straight into the camera and declared, "Clark changed the world. Changed the game." That's not small talk. That's one of the league's top scorers openly admitting. Yeah, without Caitlin, none of this even happens. And here's the kicker. Not a trace of envy, not a flicker of shade, just pure, unapologetic respect. The media came hunting for beef, but instead, they got admiration. Congratulations. Folks, everything you thought you knew about superstar rivalries just went out the window.
Hasn't made the playoffs the last 2. What's been the big turnaround? How have you viewed the way the team has grown organically?
Oh, man, I think a big shout out to the organization taking time to rebuild. I think our draft picks ended up coming big. Lexi Hall was a big draft pick, and then you get Kaylin, and then you get AB. And so you culminate that together with, my experience and having to, go through a couple things before they got there. I think it was just like a match made in heaven, really, because I was, still at a young age to really, vibe and get to know these players for who they were. And then you bring in Kaylin, who changed the world, changed the dynamic of basketball. And as a friend and as a player, you grow to appreciate her because, certain doors have opened because she's come to the Fever, and you have to respect that.
Now don't get it twisted. Kelsey Mitchell never forgot her own worth. She casually reminded everyone she's been out here grinding, surviving brutal rebuilds and gut-wrenching losses long before Caitlin Clark ever showed up. And that's no exaggeration. Without Mitchell's steady scoring and unshakable leadership, Clark wouldn't even have the stage she's owning right now. People love to overlook her, but Mitchell is one of the most criminally underrated scorers in the entire league. She doesn't get flashy headlines, yet she's the fiery pulse that kept this franchise alive. Her words hit different because she's lived both extremes, the humiliation of the past and the electric rebirth happening now. And she's no fool. She knows which version fills seats, lands TV deals, and fattens paychecks. This isn't about one star. It's about a rising tide that's lifting everyone.
God forbid Asia doesn't drop 40 for us. I thought it was really poor. Really poor.
Kelsey Mitchell, what about the way she was playing today made it so difficult?
Well, one, she made every freaking shot, it seemed like. Long twos, short twos, threes, get the free throw line.
But here's where it gets downright wild. Kelsey Mitchell didn't just label Caitlin Clark a teammate, she called her a friend. She actually praised Clark for embracing the whole squad and handling that suffocating spotlight with unreal composure. And that's huge, because we've all seen superstar egos wreck locker rooms and turn teammates into hostages. Clark, total opposite. She made sure everyone ate. And let's be honest, Mitchell's dining just fine now. Her stocks skyrocketed. She's torching defenses, leading playoff runs, and finally getting the recognition she earned ages ago. The irony's delicious. Clark's arrival practically forced the league and the media to finally notice Indiana. Without her, Mitchell's 25 a night would still be a whisper. With her, it's a headline. And Mitchell doesn't resent it. She respects it.
You were an MVP finalist this year with our own Chiney Ogwumike even saying that you had the best season of any guard this year in the league. What has it been like to get that kind of recognition and get your flowers?
Oh, I appreciate it. I've been to a lot throughout the course of my career with Indiana Fever. It's been like my longest, ever. So it's for me, it's a humbling experience to kind of see myself make waves from where it started to where it is now. And just kind of respect the game, lean on the game as far as creating bonds and friendships. And now you get to see us do that now.
Now here's where Kelsey Mitchell dropped the bomb no one saw coming. The infamous fine tweet. You remember it. Caitlin Clark jokes about her fine, and suddenly the internet combusts. Half the crowd screamed unprofessional. The other half acted like she'd started a revolution. But according to Mitchell, the Fever locker room, they were cracking up. They loved it because it showed Clark's sharp, mischievous humor, the side fans almost never see. And that right there is the difference between teammates and the internet. Outsiders overanalyze every syllable, desperate to invent drama. Teammates? They actually know the person behind the headlines. Mitchell basically told the world to chill. It was just Caitlin being her hilarious self. And that's when you realize this locker room isn't fragile. It's forged in fire. If there was real tension, that tweet would have been a spark. Instead, it became a team laugh. Which brings us to the power core. Mitchell, Clark, Boston, and Hall, the indestructible foundation of Indiana's rising dynasty. And here's the kicker. Mitchell didn't just praise it. She hinted she'd take a pay cut to keep this elite squad intact. That's loyalty you can't fake. That kind of loyalty is practically extinct in pro sports. But Kelsey Mitchell? She gets it. She knows what's coming. The Indiana Fever aren't just chasing a playoff run. They're sitting on a full-blown empire in the making. This is legacy-building, brand-crafting, hierarchy-flipping stuff. For years, Indiana was the league's punchline. Now, they are the storyline. A team powered by friendship and belief. It sounds like a Disney script, but it's working in real life. Mitchell believes in it. Caitlin Clark fuels it. Aaliyah Boston anchors it. Nalissa Hall grinds through it. Together, they've dragged Indiana from meme status to menace status. And next season? Terrifying doesn't even cover it. But let's not ignore the subtle dagger Mitchell slipped in there. She didn't rant. She didn't boast. She strategically reminded everyone she's been here. Through the rebuilds, the heartbreak, the empty arenas, the years of being invisible, she was the backbone when this franchise was on life support. That wasn't bitterness, it was fact. Without her, the Fever never survived long enough to draft Boston or land Clark. Fans obsess over the new superstar glow, but Mitchell's the one who kept the lights on when nobody cared. That's what makes this story magnetic. Clark's the phenomenon who changed the sport's global narrative. Mitchell's the survivor who made sure there was still a franchise left to save. Separately, they're special. Together, they're history in motion, and the fans feel it. The moment Mitchell's interview hit social media, it erupted. Clips went viral. The reaction? Pure love, no jealousy, no side-eye. Just fans applauding her for saying what everyone else was too scared to. The truth. And just like that, Kelsey Mitchell slammed the door shut on the lazy, overcooked narrative that she and Caitlin Clark can't coexist. Everyone came for chaos, and what they got instead was pure respect. But look closer. Mitchell's move was strategic brilliance. By giving Clark her flowers while reminding everyone of her own irreplaceable value, she didn't just elevate herself, she leveled up the entire franchise. She made it clear, this isn't Caitlin Clark and the Fever. This is the Fever, a multi-headed powerhouse built on stars who all matter. And let's be real, The dynasty talk? It's no longer premature, it's prophetic. 2 years ago, the Fever were everyone's easy win. Now, teams circle them on the schedule with dread. They don't just win, they humiliate you. They play bruising, unselfish, relentless basketball that chews up anyone not ready for 4 quarters of war. That's how they dismantled Atlanta. That's how they punched Las Vegas square in the mouth. That's how they've turned the entire league upside down. Mitchell knows it. Clark knows it. Aaliyah Boston knows it. Nalissa Hall knows it. That's why Mitchell speaks about the core 4 like a prophecy. You don't hear players casually mention taking pay cuts unless they're locked into something way bigger than themselves. That's how you know this isn't hype. It's history in motion. Mitchell's message was clear: we're not done. Even if this year doesn't end with a trophy, it's not the finale, it's the prologue. Imagine Boston another year stronger. Hall's defense tightening into a nightmare. Clark stepping into year 3 with surgical precision. And Mitchell? Still dropping buckets with veteran poise, still holding it all together. That's not scary. That's nightmare fuel for the rest of the league. Mitchell practically confirmed it. They're running it back. Doubling down on chemistry, culture, and conviction. This wasn't a feel-good quote. It was a declaration of war. She sees Clark's impact, embraces it fully, and channels it into fire. No jealousy, no ego, just hunger. That's the kind of energy dynasties are built on. Energy dynasties are built on.